going on, YouTube? We're here with another Smite build video. I am your host, Shuey. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Before we get into anything though, real quick, I would like to first apologize for my lack of Smite uploads. I have been very sick for the past 3 days, and I've been having a lot of family stuff kind of things going on. So, I mean, it's not really an excuse. I just pretty much wanted to let you guys know what's going on and why I haven't really been uploading that much. I do apologize, and the schedule for uploads will be back on its regular go-to, which is every other day Smite videos, rotating out with the Destiny video. So, pretty much we're going to go ahead and hop right into this and not waste any more of your time. I know why you're here. I know why I'm recording. We're here to talk about this little, tiny, cute, but sly little rat named Ratatoskr, the Sly Messenger. He is an assassin, and he is a great jungler. He's a little out of his prime due to recent patches. He's not exactly as OP or as annoying as he once was, due to the fact that they nerfed a lot of his abilities and stuff like that. But we're going to make it work, and we're going to give you guys this really solid DPS build, which was requested by one of the members of the Shu crew. And I promised him I would bring this to him as soon as possible. If you guys did comment a build that you would like to see and it is not up on the channel yet, I do apologize. You got to realize I got a lot of videos I put out, and sometimes it kind of gets buried and I lose track of like certain comments and stuff like that. Not saying that you guys' comments aren't important to me. It gets a little overwhelming sometimes, and I kind of lose certain builds and stuff like that. And I actually want to eventually get every single god built on my channel. So any that I'm missing that you want to see, make sure you comment those down below for me. But we're going to go ahead and jump right into this and go into the ability builder like always. Or not the ability builder, the abilities, excuse me. It's been a while. We're going to go with his passive, which is Acorn of Yggdrasil. Some Nordic word. I don't know how to pronounce that. Ratatoskr spawns with a powerful acorn from the world tree in his inventory. He can upgrade his acorn through the item store from anywhere on the map to strengthen himself and enhance his abilities. Now, pretty much, his acorn is an already purchased item that you cannot like get rid of or anything like that. So you start with it, and it's very powerful-ish type thing. And I don't know, we'll get into that when we get into item builder, but it's very strong. And you got to definitely keep in mind when we go to the item build that you can upgrade your acorn from anywhere on the map. So you definitely want to make sure you take advantage of that. His first one is his dash. Ratatoskr dashes in the target direction, dealing damage to all enemies along the way. If Ratatoskr strikes an enemy god he has not struck with dart in the last 10 seconds, the cooldown is reset and can be reset more than twice in 10 seconds. Or it cannot be reset more than twice, excuse me. It caps out at 190 plus 40% of your physical power, and the opal damage is 110 plus 55% of your physical power, and the stun from the topaz is 2 seconds, and the opal and topaz is from your acorn. There's an opal and a topaz acorn that you can buy, but we'll talk about that a little later. You're going to see that on a lot of these. The next one is Flurry of Acorns. Ratatoskr spins in a circle, shooting 12 acorns out in a circle around Ratatoskr that freeze in air briefly, then return to wherever Ratatoskr is currently, dealing damage on the way out and the way back. So it's 26 plus 15% of your physical power, and it has a slow, and it also has a damage increase depending on which acorn you have. Now, for Ratatoskr, it's, for this move at least, you shoot out a circle, and anybody that's around you will take damage from that. And the combo is then to actually dart through them, so that way the acorns trail you and all of them hit them again. So it's a pretty powerful combo if you just circle, dart, and then dart again if you want to. Pretty much you just want to make sure that you align it to where the acorns will drag behind you and hit with all of them pretty much on the target that you're going for. So it's very powerful and very useful. The next one is Acorn Blast. Ratatoskr shoots a blast of 4 acorns forward in a cone, each dealing damage. It's 70 plus 25% of your physical power, and it also has a heal, and also has a bonus damage depending on which acorn you have. And then, I mean, this one's pretty self-explanatory. You shoot acorns forward, deal damage. It's just like a little burst damage type deal. It's if you ever played Habwa, it's kind of like his water cannon a little bit. Not as strong, but it's the same playstyle-ish cone style thing. Through the cosmos, Ratatoskr charges briefly, then leaps from the ground to a branch above his head. He must then jump to a new branch twice more. On the third branch, Ratatoskr chooses a landing location where he strikes down, dealing damage. Canceling through the cosmos while in the air at any point causes Ratatoskr to strike down on his last valid target location, as 440 plus 70% of your physical power. Now, this is more of Well, let's see what I can really compare it to. It would be more like a Thor and Thanatos-esque type super. It can be used to either get away, or it can also be used to initiate, or it can also be used as a finisher for someone that's running from you. So pretty much you just stand there for a second, charge up, jump up in the branch, leap, and then dive. That's pretty much, it does a lot of damage, and it's very, very useful, and you can actually clear a lot of ground on these branches. The range on it is pretty insane. Like, you can go very, very far. It's definitely more powerful as a finisher or an initiator than anything else, mainly due to the fact that it does so much damage. It would kind of be a waste to get out, but you definitely want to use it to get out if you're in a lot of trouble. So before we talk about anything else item-wise, we're going to go ahead and dive into the build real quick, which the build that you're going to want is going to be Flurry, Dart, Acorn, Flurry, through the Cosmos, Flurry, Dart, Flurry, Cosmos, Flurry, Dart, Cosmos, Dart, Blast, Cosmos, Blast, Cosmos. So pretty self-explanatory there, guys. It's not really anything too crazy. You always want to make sure you have all 3 of your abilities available, no matter what god, because you want to have more utility and you want to have your full kit available as soon as possible. Alright, so for the item build. Now, Ratatoskr was a little weird for me because I never really played him that much. Like, I wasn't really a huge fan of him. He came out around the time I was giving up on assassins and being a jungler, just because I kind of got bored with it. So it was kind of weird jumping back into it. But as always, you're gonna want to start off with Bumba's Mask. Pretty self-explanatory. I will actually go over it, excuse me. But if you're a jungler and you're here for the build, you obviously already know what Bumba's Mask does. But I'll cover it just in case. Gives you 10 MP5, your basic attacks do 10 true damage, and your abilities do 10% more damage versus jungle camps. And every time you kill a camp, you're healed for 10% of the camp's max health. And if you have a friendly god around you, you get gold as if they weren't there. So as you can see, it's a very, very useful tool for being a jungler. Next is active, and we're actually not going to be preaching meditation this time. I usually don't preach meditation on junglers just due to the fact that you're going to be recalling a lot and you're going to be pretty much just clearing camps. So a lot of the time you don't really have to worry about it. I actually still believe in the use of the Hand of the Gods. I know it got nerfed and it's not nearly as strong as it used to be, but with Ratatoskr, your camp clear can kind of be slow at the start. So having the hand is really, really, really helpful. Like, it helps a lot. So then the next one we're actually going to do is going to be our starter boots, which is pretty self-explanatory. You get the movement speed increase. Then we're going to go into consumables, and we're going to be grabbing 1 health pot, and we're going to be grabbing 1 mana pot just for sustain out in jungle. So depending on who you're going against, you can always last longer in jungle than they can. You can get more camps, get leveled faster, and get stronger before them, so you can shut down their jungler completely. Now, first item we're going to go to is Warrior Tabby. It just makes you a lot stronger with plus 40 physical power, plus 18% movement speed. So pretty self-explanatory. Wouldn't really worry about it too much. The second one is actually, we'll just go right here, is actually going to be you're leveling up your Acorn. Now, this is what you're going to be leveling up while you're actually out in the field. You're not actually going to want to recall to level this. You want to keep running around, out clearing camps, getting gold, helping lanes, ganking, hopefully picking up a kill or 2. And while you're doing so, you're going to be picking up the Emerald Acorn and building all the way up. Now, this gives you 50 physical power, 10 physical penetration, and the Acorn Blast now heals you on a hit. So that will be your 3 or B, I believe is what it is. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You shoot acorns with the Acorn Blast, it heals you. Really useful. It can help you in a pinch if you're like kind of lacking a little bit, and also it'll help you when you're clearing camps, due to the main fact that it'll help you heal yourself and be good to go, so you don't have to use your pots or recalls nearly as often. The next one is actually a pretty crucial, which is Jotun's Wrath. It's 40 physical power, 150 mana, 11 physical penetration, 25% cooldown reduction. So you're going to be hitting harder and be able to hit more and be able to hit faster. So it's pretty self-explanatory. If you're a jungler, you already pretty much know that Jotun's is very, very useful on any jungler. And it's pretty much explains itself. I don't really have to say too much about it. Next one, we're going to be going into the main damage. And we're actually going to be picking up Rage, which gives you 30 physical power and 30% critical strike chance. If you've been on my channel before, you know what it does, but I'll tell you anyway. Pretty much out of every 5 attacks you do, 5 basic attacks I should say, one of them will be a critical strike. And it's insanely useful. I mean, there's not really too much I can say about it that doesn't say about itself. 1 in 5 hits is a crit. pretty awesome, pretty useful in every situation. Your Ratatoskr, so you're going to be using your Acorn Circle, your Dart, and then you're going to be basic attacking to finish them off. So being able to finish them off faster with your basic attacks is definitely going to be a lot more useful. Because, I mean, as a jungler, you want to kill them quick, move on, go to the next one, and just try to out-level the other jungler as fast as possible. Next is actually going to be Deathbringer, which is 50 physical power plus 20% critical strike chance, and a critical strike damage is increased by 50%. Now, I mean, this one, once again, I really don't need to explain it too much. You hit with 50% more power, so I mean, that's pretty awesome, especially seeing how 1 of every 5, if you're not going to be hitting with your 50% critical that you already have, is going to be hitting for 50% more. So it's definitely going to be doing a lot more damage. So I mean, that one's pretty self-explanatory as well. And the last one is going to be an amazing one to combo with Ragebringer, which is going to be Titan's Bane. It gives you 30 physical power, and all your physical attacks gain 33% physical penetration. It's broken, honestly. Deathbringer is getting a nerf here soon. It's going to be dropping down to 40% critical other than 50. I mean, it's not going to ruin Deathbringer whatsoever. But, I mean, it'll take it down a little bit, like a wee bit. But if you use Titan's Bane, it'll pretty much compensate for that like 90% of the time. Because any armor they build or any natural bulk they have, you're just going to shred away like it's absolute freaking tissue paper. So that's pretty much the entirety of the build. I have one alternative item for you guys. I believe it's in the popular item. Make sure. Yeah, here it is. You guys might want to grab the Frostbound Hammer, which if you don't know what it does, gives you 400 health, 25 physical power. Enemies hit by your basic attacks have their movement speed reduced by 30% and have their attack speed reduced by 15% for 2 seconds. Now, the situations where this one would actually be more viable over Titan's Bane is if you're going against a team that has a lot of fast people. So I'm talking Shibalanques, I'm talking Serkets, I'm talking Bastets, Thanatos, Loki, maybe Anhur, stuff like that. And you don't have a lot of tanks. Like there's not, if there's an Athena on the other team, keep Titan's Bane. If there's a Khepri on the other team, keep Titan's Bane. Pretty much anybody with that huge bulk, you definitely want to keep Titan's Bane. But if you're going against a very, very fast, speedy, high DPS team, you definitely want to be grabbing Frostbound Hammer, just due to the fact that you'll be able to slow them down, slow down their attack speed, and also make yourself a little bulkier at the same time. So it'll actually help you kind of counter their damage and also increase yours as well. So I definitely would recommend grabbing this as an ult. If you're going against a super speed team, if you're not going against a super speed team, I wouldn't really worry about it, because Titan's Bane will probably be your best bet to get around any bulk that they are building on the other team. So we're going to go ahead and throw these on and give you guys a little overview. So you're going to be doing 329 basic attack, 245 physical power, 1.4 attack speed, 0 lifesteal, but you do have lifesteal on your Acorn when you use your Acorn Blast. You have 21 physical penetration without the Titan's Bane. You have 50 critical chance, you have 72 physical protection, 48 magical protection, 1920 health, 23 HP 5, 443 movement with 25% cooldown, 1210 mana, and 14 MP 5. So pretty solid overall build. A lot of the passives, if they were to be added onto these stats, would make it look a phenomenal amount more. And so pretty much it's a very, very high DPS build. That's what he wanted. So definitely here to help you guys out with that. There are some other ways you can go with Ratatoskr. You can go with more of a sustain and Norin's finisher build. You can go more of like a speed tapper build, which if you don't know what that is, you just keep darting around and tapping to help out in lane. That's pretty much it. You have a gutter build, I guess, so you can just completely nullify their jungler and make it to where he can't level whatsoever. But the DPS build, honestly, in my opinion, is the most fun due to the fact that you actually get to kill people. All the other ones are pretty much utility builds ever since the nerf. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this build. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you smash the hell out that like button for me. You already know your support is greatly appreciated. And also, make sure you comment down below if you do like this build, or if you have any other builds you would like to see. I think I'm missing like Ares, Arachne, and like some other people, I think. So I'm probably going to be hitting those up at some point as well. And also make sure you go and check out the new series on the channel that's going to be uploaded the same time this video is uploaded. And it's called Played Builds, where I take the builds that I give you guys on my channel and I give you guys a gameplay of them. And I'm actually working on figuring out which one I want to start with. It's probably going to be Neath, I believe. It's probably going to be Neath. But Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for me. If you are new to the channel, make sure you smash out that subscribe button as well to become part of the Shoe Crew. It's where all the cool kids hang out. We have a good time and learn a thing or two and get better at what we do, which is gaming. But that's pretty much it for me, guys. I'm going to get out of here. I will talk to you later. Peace!